The Jefferson nickel is one of the most iconic and long-running coin designs in United States history. It was first introduced in 1938, replacing the famous Buffalo nickel, and was created to honor Thomas Jefferson, the third President of the United States, and the principal author of the Declaration of Independence. The obverse features Jefferson's left-facing portrait, while the reverse displays Monticello, his historic home in Virginia, a symbol of American heritage, intellect, and leadership. The 1989 Jefferson nickel comes from the late 20th century, a period marked by major global and economic changes. In 1989, the world was witnessing historic events such as the fall of the Berlin Wall and the final phase of the Cold War. While these events were reshaping global politics, the United States Mint continued producing everyday coins that quietly became part of history, including this very nickel, beyond its basic design and circulation role. The 1989 Jefferson nickel also reflects the technological and artistic standards of the U.S. Mint during the late 20th century. By this time, minting techniques had become far more precise compared to earlier decades, allowing for sharper details in Jefferson's hair, facial features, and the fine architectural lines of Monticello. By 1989, the nickel's metal composition had long been standardized at 75% copper and 25% nickel, a formula that has remained unchanged since 1866, except for the special wartime nickels from 1942 to 1945. Unlike older U.S. coins made from silver, the 1989 nickel contains no precious metals, which makes it common in circulation, but still historically important. In that year, Jefferson nickels were struck at 3 major U.S. mint facilities: Philadelphia, No Mint Mark, Denver D, and San Francisco S. The San Francisco Mint primarily produced proof coins for collectors, while Philadelphia and Denver produced millions of circulation coins. Because of these high mintages, most 1989 nickels are not rare today. However, uncirculated examples, proof versions, and coins with minting errors such as off-center strikes, die cracks, or double dies can be quite valuable and highly sought after by collectors. What makes the 1980 Jefferson nickel especially interesting is that it represents the final decade before major design changes in U.S. coinage. Just 15 years later, in 2004-2005, the Jefferson nickel would undergo a historic redesign under the Westward Journey Nickel series, introducing new portraits and reverse designs for the first time in over 65 years. This makes the 1989 issue part of the classic Monticello-era nickels that collectors love. Although a typical 1989 Jefferson nickel is usually worth only 5 cents in circulated condition, its real value lies in its story. It connects modern collectors to a long tradition of American coinage that began in the 19th century and continues into the present day. For numismatists and history lovers alike, this small coin represents continuity, craftsmanship, and the enduring legacy of Thomas Jefferson beyond its basic design and circulation role. The 1989 Jefferson nickel also reflects the technological and artistic standards of the U.S. Mint during the late 20th century. By this time, minting techniques had become far more precise compared to earlier decades, allowing for sharper details in Jefferson's hair, facial features, and the fine architectural lines of Monticello. However, despite these improvements, minor imperfections still occurred, which is why era coins from 1989, such as weak strikes, misaligned dies, and clipped planches, have become a special niche for collectors who enjoy finding hidden flaws in modern coinage. Another fascinating aspect of the 1989 nickel is how it bridges to very different eras of American history. On one hand, it carries a design rooted in the 18th century through Thomas Jefferson and Monticello. On the other hand, it was minted during a time when America was entering the digital age, with rapid advancements in computers, communication, and global connectivity. This contrast makes the coin a symbolic link between the classical foundations of the United States and the modern world. that was rapidly taking shape at the end of the 1980s. From a numismatic perspective, collectors pay close attention to the strike, quality, and surface condition of 1989 nickels. Coins graded MS65 or higher by professional grading services, such as PCGS or NGC, can command prices many times higher than face value, especially when they display full steps on Monticello, a highly desirable feature known as full steps. These steps, located at the base of Monticello on the reverse, must be sharply defined and uninterrupted. Finding a 1989 nickel with true full steps is challenging, which adds a layer of excitement and rarity to what is otherwise considered a common modern coin. The proof versions of the 1989 Jefferson Nickel, struck at the San Francisco Mint, represent another level of craftsmanship. These coins were specially made for collectors using polished dies and planchades, resulting in mirror-like fields and frosted design elements. Proof nickels from 1989 are often preserved in near-perfect condition and are widely collected as part of complete proof sets from the late 20th century. While not extremely rare, grade proofs with deep cameo contrast are especially admired and can fetch respectable premiums in the collector market. Culturally, the Jefferson Nickel has remained one of the most familiar coins in American daily life, passing through countless hands for decades. A 1989 nickel may have been used in vending machines, payphones, parking meters, or everyday shopping, silently witnessing the routines of ordinary people. Each small scratch or worn edge tells a story of movement, trade, and time, turning this simple 5-cent coin into a miniature historical artifact. In the long narrative of U.S. coinage, the 1989 Jefferson Nickel stands as a quiet but meaningful chapter. It may not glitter like gold or carry the prestige of silver, but it embodies stability, continuity, and the enduring image of one of America's greatest founders. For modern collectors, it offers both an accessible entry point into new and a reminder that even the most ordinary-looking coins can hold extraordinary stories. So, the next time you find a simple 5-cent coin in your pocket, don't ignore it, because it might just be a silent witness to American history, a hidden collector's gem, or even the start of your own treasure-hunting journey. And remember, today, it's just a nickel. But tomorrow, it could be the coin everyone wishes they had kept. Stay curious, keep checking your change, and get ready, because the next coin I'm about to reveal might completely change the way you look at money forever.